Hello, Riderflex Nation. Steve Urban here again from recruiting and consulting firm Riderflex. We provide career advice and job interviewing tips on this podcast. And if you enjoy the show, please remember to subscribe to our channel and like the episodes. And on today's Riderflex podcast, I want you to do something. I want you to just start, right? Just start. Just begin, if you will. We've interviewed lots of executives, lots of entrepreneurs on this podcast. So often, their encouragement for other people that want to be an entrepreneur is to just start. You don't have to have the perfect plan or the perfect business model or a 5-year financial model. You don't have to have a perfect, color scheme on your logo. You don't have to have the mission statement and values written down perfectly. Don't spend a ton of time trying to make sure that everything's in this, pretty package and wrapped up in a bow and all perfect before you start. Really, it's so important to just begin, just start, just move forward. More importantly, a lot of times people have ideas that really, they haven't been proven. So it's important for you to just start to see if you can actually build a product or a service that somebody's going to pay you for. In fact, maybe some people wouldn't agree with this advice, but sometimes it's best to just move forward, take some action. If you get a check in the mail and some stranger actually pays you for your service or your product, well, then you can worry about, starting some of the rest of it, right? And I've done podcasts on things like operating agreements and stuff like that. And all those things are important, right? Getting your LLC filed and all these things they are important, but just don't get caught up in everything having to be perfect before you begin. A lot of times people spend hours and hours and hours and weeks and months getting all this stuff set up. Meanwhile, nobody's even paid them a dime yet, right? They have no idea if their product's going to work. So in some cases, I'm not saying all cases, but in some cases, I think it's really important to just get started, see what happens. You start getting some revenue rolling in, then you can sit down and, clean up your logo if you need to. And you'll hear that message a lot from entrepreneurs and CEOs that come on the Riderflex podcast. Generally, the message is the same. So there's my encouragement for you today, folks. If you're out there, if you're thinking about starting your own business, start moving forward, see what happens, and then you can tidy up the rest of it as you move along. And there is your Riderflex tip of the day. The Riderflex podcast can be heard just about anywhere these days, but you can visit riderflex.com/podcast to learn more about us and become a supporter of the show. Send your comments and suggestions for future topics to the email address podcast@riderflex.com or leave us a voicemail at 888-964-5876 extension 710. Thanks so much for listening and have a great day.